I think the story has just gone. I'll continue from where I left. So I was given I went, and so when I got the letter from the FRO calling me to go for interview, I went, and they interviewed me. Let me cut some script, part of the script. So I went there. They asked me, we call you? I told them yes. So they told me, come on, come in. So go to this room 3 where you'll meet them. As the police was guarding the gate, he said, yeah, go that way direction. So I've got the stories from why I came from my room to that place, because the rickshaws and that already have explained, because I had to gather for that. So I met these guys, and fortunately for me, the guy who was handling my case was friendly to me. Just hold on a minute. Yeah, I'm just trying to see the word like this. So he was friendly a bit, was humane, very understanding guy. And they asked me all the questions you can imagine of, and I answered them. Some that I think they are not necessary details, nitty-gritties, okay, details. So I gave him. Then he gave me, some were baffling to him, and asked me about family, whether I had a family actually, which I didn't have any family. You see, I wasn't married in India because of the cultural aspects and so many other considerations in my part. And I'd seen from other experiences, so, well, I wasn't. So I answered everything. And then I wrote an application. He told me, write your story on that piece of paper. Then I wrote. And he read through, he said, yeah, that's what he said. Anyway, it fell for me. He told me, why are you going after a long time? Why can't you just stay? I told him, well, I don't have citizenship here. You cannot even open a bank account. There's nothing, you can't get a job. All that you rely on is to go out and sell stuff and just live. I mean, so no, I said, no, I can't stay. Even I won't attempt to apply to be a citizen, because why? I didn't have that in my mind, that I wanted to be an Indian citizen. And even if I wanted, it wasn't a simple process you'll walk through and you become an Indian. You have to go to the coast, district court, apply, scrutiny, and so on. But I wasn't ready to be one in any case, so I told him no. So anyway, to cut the story short, he helped me with the questionnaires and told me, now go. From the FRO, that's an FRO, the people who arrest you. There were around 4 of them. Others, they were not very friendly faces, but that guy was good. And I went. From then on, I waited, I think I told him, the agency, that we are under amnesty. I think they were aware of that, maybe. Have been briefed by the government, because that's the government. So around October 10th, I got exit permit online in my email address that I'd given. You have been granted an exit permit to leave. Yeah, and that's it. I was very happy. I was excited. It was really a big relief for me. But I wasn't aware that this task was not yet done. Okay, so I started preparing myself, everything, when to leave. Now I told my brother, who was really the person who brought me. I told him, now I've been given this, let's try it for the ticket. And he kept trying, looking for the airlines. That was my brother's part, so he did his part actually. And he sent me the ticket to leave India on 22nd, to be exact, of October, right? And now everything was really on the clear, to clear myself, see what stuff to throw around, because I had just a lot of stuff which I had gathered over the years, some that I had to leave behind. I had no choice because of the weight factor. I mean, my clothes, it wasn't anything that I had to carry, like old fridges from the house and coolers. And I just left them there for people to enjoy. I don't mean to enjoy. Let me be kind here. I'm talking bad, I think. I gave them willingly to my friends who are very helpful to me. Very, very helpful. So I gave them these things. Whatever they could take, actually, they are very, very important. They played a key role in my leaving that room by being available to me, giving me everything I needed. Even trying to help me get rid of this stuff, where to do. They were very helpful. Good people you'll meet everywhere you go. This was an angel. These are angel people, souls that I met. So they helped me. And then when the date came for me to leave, then I left to the airport. I bought the briefcase. I didn't know the weight factor, but I said, well, let me put as less possible as I can. Even I left a lot of materials back there. Yeah. So I drove into Uganda International Airport. And there now I went through the immigration, which was quite hectic. Some doubting the documents. But the main guy there clearly said, yeah, he's right. Because I'd never laminate your traveling documents. It brought me a lot of shit, a lot of trouble. They were doubting why you laminate a piece of paper. The whole idea was to keep it in a good condition. That's why I did that, but that was a mistake. And I advise anybody who's watching, don't laminate. Just go with your plain piece of paper that you'll be given, the way you are given to them. It doesn't cast any doubt. So I was referred, and then finally I was cleared to fly. And I know the flight time from Delhi to Bombay, I don't remember when was the flight, I have not checked, but I had reached Bombay 10, the 2 hours flight. I started here 7:35 from Delhi. And that's how I traveled. Now when I reached Bombay, I got the hell of trouble. Got a lot of trouble in Bombay. I was scared. Actually, the guy there in the immigration told me, "You are not going to fly." I asked him why. Where is the notice to leave in quit India? What is this? I'm having exit permit. This is from a legal point, and if you doubt, you can call. And it was a Sunday. Even if they call, who will they call on a Sunday? It's a holiday. Then he told me, "You are not going to fly." I'm sorry. Fortunately for me, the aircraft was delayed. So I was struggling. This guy took me to a room, called me inside, aside, and took me to a room. Isolated room. He said, "Stay there. You're not going anywhere." And he walked with my papers away. A bad guy, really a bad guy. I told him, try to understand this thing. I've been cleared from Delhi to Bombay with the same people like you. So you mean they don't know what they are doing? No. He doesn't want to listen. Walking around, they say you're not flying because you don't have. Why is quit India notice? Where is it? Why is deportation? I'm sorry, I'm not being deported, guy. Can you just even think for once? I'm not being deported. I'm under an amnesty. I'm living because of amnesty that is granted to me. And it's not only me. Everybody, anybody, everybody like me who's staying here has been given this opportunity to live. So it's like a free visa for us. This is not about deportation. I'm not being deported to have a deportation. No, he didn't want to listen. I had got headache, man. I started now imagining if I had to miss the flight. My things had gone by mistake, all of them, including my hand luggage, to Nairobi. I had nothing. I just had a clip, which I had on writing clip on my hand. That's it. I had even my glasses that I'm wearing had gone by mistake. I had a really difficult time in Bombay. Now, as a guardian angel, one elderly, looks older man who is an immigration officer who seemed to understand this case. I don't know what designation he had there, who had looked through my documents told these guys, look, this man has been here for more than 25 years, for heaven's sake. Let him go home. Let him go home. Help him to go. He's the one who rallied the rest to help me. And they all came on board and said, you are going home tonight. You must go. So they did what they did after a struggle. And they put a stamp on the laminated, what's that? Traveling emergency certificate. I think they opened it and put the stamp which you have to. That was not in my head. I didn't know that I didn't have to put the lamination. How would they put a stamp on that? It was crazy, I've never traveled for all that time, so I didn't know. So finally, I was through all this, and I was now a free person. I was gonna fly. They told me go to 68 and wait there. Then I went there. I met with some Kenyans. There were some other people there. And then came the announcement the flight had been delayed because of bad weather up to 4 a.m. in the morning. We had to wait from that time all the time. Now the trouble is that I was hungry. And the airport, 1 cup of tea is 135 rupees. One samosa is 100 rupees. So how much? Food is expensive there, and you can't really afford to buy. Even water to drink is 70 rupees. I even had to ask one guy, come on, give me the water you drink. He told me? No, I told him, give me that tap water. I'm really thirsty. I cannot buy this 70 rupees. He gave me from the tap, and I drank, and he looked at me and that water. I was dying. Sorry, I was dying. I drank all of it, then went down. Little did I know that these people give us some meals because the flight had been delayed. When the meals came, and I'd bought a 135 cup of tea and a samosa, which I had consumed, and that water from the tap, my stomach was a bit okay. Then they gave us meals. Wow, I couldn't eat. Anyway, they gave us good snacks and meals. We had some nice thing, and I was good. Now I said I wish it was like this from the beginning. I would not have spent even that money that I spent up there. So anyway, up there means I had to go upstairs to the duty free around that area where I got that food. After that, now I was to wait for the flight. Then we waited up to the time they called us. We lined up and they started clearing us to enter the aircraft. That was around some minutes to 4. So that's how we entered the aircraft. After all that struggle, that was a 6 in total. I counted because we reached Nairobi. So some few minutes to 10. That means it was 6 hours flight. There was nothing really difficult or hard. So we got into the flight and we flew. Of course, I'm not going to describe my experience inside an aircraft. If you have ever flown one, so turbulences and so on the way, and they are still scaring you sometimes, telling you, come on, if this thing happens, if plane happens to land on water, what you do? Sister, why this? You breathe like this? Come on, make me nervous. Some guys didn't seem to mind it at all. The regular flyers sleeping. When the plane hit some turbulence in the way, there were turbulence, bad weather. The hostess was saying, come on, push, sit back, the balance of weight in the aircraft. Some guys were not doing, don't use your mobile phones when the aircraft's taking off, when it's landing. People are not even listening or putting an, what they call it, aircraft mode. Me, I just switched mine off. Anyway, all in all, nutshell, we landed in Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. That was around 10 and it was foggy, and yeah, so I went to immigration's clearance. I was cleared. This is home now. I'm speaking Swahili. So I got the luggage and drove out. Then I met my brother waiting for me. That's how the story went until now where I am. Yeah. So the next I'll tell you the story in the next episode. For today, this is enough. This is what happened. I'm in Nairobi right now as I make this video. Yeah. So I'll give you more feedbacks as we go on with time. But please stay tuned to my channel, subscribe. I'm gonna make you very nice videos from here. Things that I could not be able to do in India. Maybe this being my home, I'll be able to show you these things. Okay. So bye from me today. See you in the next one. Bye and namaste India. I'll miss you, but maybe I'll come back. Please keep watching me. Subscribe to my channel. I love you. Gandina Gawala. Say me Bonjigia Kenya. I'll see you again. I know you'll miss me. I'll miss you. And Chani Chok. Guys who know me, please stay tuned to my channel. See you in another one. Bye.